You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We're kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news with a look at your forecast.
So, Chesley, is the sun sticking around for us today?
Yes, I think it comes out today, even though we have some thin clouds over here toward the east from Atlanta over to Athens, where you're going to find that. Murrayville as well, up toward Tiger, up there in Rabun County. Got a few clouds, but not going to take away our sunshine today. And those temperatures will respond to the sun as we heat up. Right now, a little bit cool. Temperatures down into the low 50s in a lot of spots. You got 51 degrees in Blairsville, got it over toward Carrollton, 53 LaGrange, 54 in the city right now of Atlanta, 54 degrees Duluth, 53 over toward the Athens area. We'll heat it up. 68 will be our temperature by noon, on our way to 77 for an afternoon high, and that's a little bit below our average, but at least it will be pleasant. Enjoy.
We are staying on top of breaking updates in a Mother's Day shooting that killed 3 people at a condo community in DeKalb County.
6 people were shot in all, and this morning we're learning more about chronic problems at the condo and the search for the shooter. Molly Oak is working the story at the DeKalb County Police Department. Molly, what a tragedy for the Clarkston community.
Yeah, and even more sad, residents there say they aren't really surprised to see it happen. Now, police are still searching for the shooter. However, they say they're shifting the focus now, interviewing witnesses. This all comes after 3 people were found dead, another 3 hospitalized last night. It just happened right after 7:40 in Clarkston. When police got the call, someone was shot off Old Hampton Drive. When police arrived, they found 5 people shot. 3 died at the scene. 2 were hospitalized. Later, another person showed up at the hospital. All 3 are in serious condition. Police are expected to give us an update this morning. We'll keep you updated on air and online when we get that.
All right, Molly, thank you. New for you this morning, Clayton County Police say they have arrested a suspect that set off an active shooter alert. Officers responded to firing a gun on Fielder Road in Rex just before 10 last night. Investigators have not said if anybody was hurt. A mother is preparing to say her final goodbye to her 8-month-old daughter just 24 hours after Mother's Day. Today is Nova Grace Watley Trejo's funeral. It's at 3 at Tim Stewart Funeral Home in Lawrenceville. Police say the baby died when she was left in a hot car for nearly 7 hours. Nova's father, David Watley, is charged with second-degree murder. Snellville police say Watley showed up to the police station last week where he was taken into custody on a different charge. Officers say he never told them the child was in the car. The GBI is investigating.
This morning, a 29-year-old man is facing charges after police say he admitted to being the gunman in a road rage shooting. Brookhaven police say it started at North Druid Hills Road and Peachtree Road. Police say the man shot another 46-year-old driver multiple times. The victim ended up about a mile away at the intersection of Dresden Drive and Ellijay Drive. Police say witnesses saw him and called 911. The victim was rushed to the hospital where he underwent surgery. No word on how he's doing this morning. The suspect has been charged with aggravated assault.
Tomorrow, President Joe Biden will address the nation on plans to get inflation under control. Nearly a week ago, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by a half point, impacting everything from your credit cards to mortgages. The president believes so-called MAGA Republicans want to raise taxes on 75 million American families and cut programs like Social Security and Medicare to address the issue.
New this morning, Uber's CEO is telling staff the company will cut costs on marketing and incentives and treat hiring as a privilege. That's according to a memo seen by CNBC. He says it's clear the market is experiencing a systemic shift and Uber needs to react accordingly. Marriott International is trying to compete against Airbnbs. The company has signed up to 60,000 properties to add to its 1.5 million hotel rooms. The hotel chain said it created its homes and villas offering to meet the growing demand for short-term rentals. In many cases, travelers can also receive hotel benefits like access to resort amenities without having to go inside a lobby. They're nowhere to be found, and in just a few hours, a Gwinnett County judge will decide what happens with their children. Police say these 2 are on the run after their teenage son told police he intentionally set a house fire that killed his sister. Chrissy Diaz joining us live outside the county's juvenile court this morning with the latest on the search. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning, Aisha. The parents were not present for the last court hearing, and there's little hope they'll make an appearance today as their kids are set to be in court for a hearing today. Karina and William McHugh have been on the run since that early Easter morning house fire that killed their 10-year-old daughter. Their 15-year-old son is now facing murder charges for setting that fire. And those details would be traumatic enough, but once police were able to go inside the home, they realized that was just the beginning of the story. During the family's last court hearing, a caseworker described extreme unsanitary conditions and evidence of abuse and neglect. The children hadn't showered in months, there were no working toilets, and there were bite and whip marks on their bodies and no proper beds. 3 of the children have been placed in foster care. Now, the parents will face child abuse charges whenever they surface. Police tell us they were last seen driving a white Honda Accord somewhere through Norcross. Aisha.
All right, Chrissy, thank you.
All right, time now is 6:55.
Here is a look at what you need to know before you head out the door this morning. New video into the newsroom of First Lady Dr. Jill Biden meeting Slovakia's president in the last hour. The meeting rounds out her solo trip to Europe. On Mother's Day, Dr. Jill Biden met with Ukraine's First Lady in a surprise visit to show her support for the country as they deal with the ongoing Russian invasion.
Her husband, President Biden, will sign a bill today allowing the administration to lend or lease weapons to Ukraine. This bill is a revival of a World War II era program that helped supply allies in the fight against Nazi Germany.
In the last hour and a half, we've gotten new information about President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris's plan to lower internet prices. The Biden administration says its new program is going to provide plans of at least 100 megabits per second of speed for no more than $30. An estimated 48 million Americans will qualify.
The abortion rights battle continues to take center stage in the nation's capital. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer plans to file a petition today to end a filibuster on a bill that would make Roe versus Wade a law. Making that a law would head off a Supreme Court decision that could leave states the sole authority on whether to restrict abortion.
Is it even possible to show enough gratitude for all that nurses do? We can try. This week is National Nurses Week, a special time set aside to thank healthcare workers for their tireless and hard work, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. National Nurses Week ends on May 12th, which is the birthday of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing.
All right, we're looking at by noon today, temperatures responding to the sun. We'll get up to 68 degrees by noon, on our way to the upper 70s for highs today. It will be very pleasant this afternoon, despite that easterly breeze that we get in here, about 8 miles per hour or less. Gusts may be higher than that at times this morning. Down to 76 degrees after reaching 77. That'll be by 6 o'clock when you're driving home. You'll need your shades. Plenty of sunshine out there today.
Have a great day, everybody.